Another day, another reason to be thankful. Let's get into today's tale. Well, look who stumbled upon Empressions. This ain't your grandma's etiquette class. We're here to explore the bizarre and often ludicrous ways we interact with each other. From the vegan who can't catch a break to the gym rat who tells fibs, we've got it all. And hey, if you're feeling generous, go ahead and smash that like button. We won't stop you. And if you want to stay in the loop with all our latest content, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We promise not to flood your inbox too much. So sit back, buckle up, and prepare for a wild ride on Empressions. We'll be examining everything from language to humor to cultural expectations, all while making you laugh until you snort. It's time to beam up and tap in, folks. Let's go. Meet our protagonist, the vegan extraordinaire. With their eco-friendly clothing, recycled tote bag, and reusable water bottle in hand, they're on a mission to find a delicious and nutritious vegan meal. Their heart races as they approach a restaurant, hoping they'll be able to satisfy their cravings without compromising their beliefs. As they step inside, they scan the menu, searching for a vegan option. But to their disappointment, there's not a single item that meets their dietary restrictions. Will they settle for a plain salad or take a chance and ask the waiter if there's anything vegan-friendly? The vegan dilemma continues. Ah, yes, welcome to the restaurant, where meat reigns supreme and veggies are merely an afterthought. As you enter, you'll be greeted by the tantalizing scent of sizzling beef and succulent chicken. But don't be fooled by the aroma, my dear vegan friend, for this establishment cares not for your dietary restrictions. Take a gander at the menu, if you dare. Notice the lack of V for vegan next to any of the dishes? That's not a typo, it's a statement. A statement that says, we don't cater to your kind here. The chef may be a master at grilling steaks, but when it comes to vegan cuisine, they're about as skilled as a toddler with a crayon. The decor of the restaurant is equally unimpressive. No trendy plant-based murals or soothing greenery to be found here. Just bare walls and a few generic paintings. But who needs aesthetics when you have meat, am I right? If you happen to find yourself in the restroom, you'll notice the soap dispenser is empty and the hand dryer is broken. But fear not, my vegan friend, for the lack of hand hygiene only adds to the restaurant's rustic charm. Overall, this establishment is a meat lover's paradise and a vegan's nightmare. But hey, at least the water is free, right? As the vegan sits in the restaurant, desperately searching the menu for any hint of a vegan option, the waiter approaches the table. With a smug smirk on his face, he introduces himself as your friendly neighborhood waiter, here to disappoint you with our lack of vegan options. The vegan raises an eyebrow, taken aback by the waiter's sarcastic tone. Oh, thanks for the heads up, she says, trying to remain polite. The waiter continues, don't worry. We have plenty of meat options for you to choose from. After all, isn't that what being vegan is all about? Choosing not to eat delicious, juicy meat? The vegan rolls her eyes, sensing the waiter's mocking tone. Actually, being vegan is about not wanting to contribute to animal cruelty and environmental degradation, she says, trying to educate the clueless waiter. But the waiter just chuckles. Sure. Whatever you say. But if you change your mind and decide you want to indulge in some delicious animal products, just let me know. He winks, leaving the vegan feeling even more frustrated with the lack of understanding and respect for her dietary choices. The vegan, feeling hopeful and optimistic, perused the menu with anticipation. They were out for a night of dining and wanted to enjoy a delicious meal without compromising their values. They spotted the words, vegan option, on the menu and their heart leapt with joy. Finally, a place that catered to their dietary needs. The waiter approached with a sly grin, sensing an opportunity for some good-natured ribbing. The vegan spoke up, I'll have the vegan option, please. The waiter's eyebrows shot up in mock surprise. Oh, really? I never would have guessed, he said with a sardonic smile. The vegan chuckled nervously, unsure if the waiter was being serious or not. Yes, please. The vegan option, they repeated. The waiter's smile grew wider, and he said in a mock apologetic tone, Oh, I'm sorry. We don't have any vegan options today. The vegan's smile faded, replaced by a look of disappointment. What do you mean? It says right here on the menu that there's a vegan option. The waiter shrugged indifferently. Yeah, well, things change, you know? Maybe the chef went vegan and threw out all the non-vegan ingredients. Or maybe he got amnesia and forgot how to cook vegan food. Who knows? The vegan scowled, not amused by the waiter's attempt at humor. Can I at least get a salad without any meat or dairy? The waiter nodded, still grinning. Sure thing, boss. One vegan salad, hold the bacon bits. The vegan rolled their eyes, realizing that this was going to be a long night. As the vegan begins to dig into the seemingly safe salad, the waiter approaches the table, a mischievous glint in his eye. You know, he says slyly, there might be a tiny little bit of meat in that salad. The vegan looks up, aghast. What do you mean? I asked for the vegan option. The waiter shrugs. Yeah, but sometimes the kitchen staff just can't resist adding a little bacon or chicken for flavor. The vegan's face falls in disbelief. But that's not vegan. How could they do that? The waiter leans in, his voice low and conspiratorial. You know what they say, you can't trust anyone, especially not those sneaky veggies. The vegan stares at him in shock, unsure if he's joking or not. Oh, don't worry, the waiter adds with a smirk. I'm sure it's just a little bit. It won't hurt you much. The vegan looks down at the salad, unsure if he should continue eating it or not. The thought of even a tiny piece of meat in his meal goes against everything he believes in, but he's so hungry. Is there anything else I can get you? The waiter asks innocently. The vegan shakes his head, feeling defeated. No, I guess I'll just go hungry. The waiter chuckles. Suit yourself. But I will say, our burgers are really quite delicious. The vegan glares at him, but the waiter just grins back. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you like it is. As the vegan pushes the salad away, his stomach growling in protest, he can't help but feel like he's been duped. He came to this restaurant expecting to be able to eat something he believed in, only to find out that his options were limited and even his safest choice was tainted. The vegan's face falls as the waiter announces the presence of bacon bits in the salad. But I'm vegan, they exclaim, as if the waiter could not tell from their choice of meal. They stare at the salad in front of them, unsure of what to do. This is a vegan's worst nightmare, they mutter, their eyes darting around the restaurant in search of other options. The waiter just stands there, smirking at the vegan's predicament. Well, looks like you're in quite the dilemma, huh? He says, as if he is enjoying this a little too much. The vegan begins to feel the weight of their lifestyle choice. They had been so proud of being vegan, but now it seems like a burden. I just wanted to enjoy a nice meal, they say with a sigh, but I guess that's too much to ask for. The waiter shrugs, as if he could not care less. You asked for the vegan option, and that's what you got, he says. It's not my fault you didn't ask about the ingredients. The vegan's frustration grows as they realize they are trapped in a world where even salads are not safe. They wonder how many other restaurants will disappoint them in the same way. It seems like being vegan is a constant battle, and they are not sure they are up for it anymore. As the vegan expresses their dismay at the situation, the waiter responds with a dismissive shrug and a sarcastic tone. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that your vegan lifestyle was so important, the waiter quips. I mean, who needs protein anyway? The waiter smirks, clearly enjoying the vegan's discomfort. The vegan, feeling frustrated and insulted, tries to explain the importance of their lifestyle. It's not just about protein, it's about living a compassionate life and not contributing to animal suffering, they say. But the waiter is not impressed. Sure, I get it. You're better than the rest of us because you don't eat meat. But you know what? Bacon makes everything better, he says with a grin. The vegan can feel their blood boiling with anger and frustration. How could the waiter be so dismissive of their beliefs? Didn't he understand the importance of respecting people's dietary choices? But the waiter seems unfazed by the vegan's anger. He just continues to smirk and make snide comments. clearly enjoying the power dynamic between himself and the frustrated customer. As the waiter saunters away, the vegan is left standing there, staring at the menu in despair. What to do? What to do? Should they leave and find a different restaurant, risking the possibility of not finding anything else to eat? Or should they just suck it up and pick out the bacon bits, compromising their principles? It's a dilemma, to be sure. But the vegan is nothing if not resolute. They are not going to let some snarky waiter get the better of them. No, they will find a way to get a vegan meal, damn it. With a determined look on their face, the vegan stands up from the table and marches over to the kitchen. The chef looks up in surprise as the vegan bursts in, demanding to know if they have any vegan options. The chef shakes their head sadly, explaining that everything on the menu contains animal products. But the vegan doesn't give up that easily. They ask if it would be possible to make a special dish, just for them. The chef hesitates for a moment, but then nods. I think I can come up with something, they say. And so, after a little bit of waiting, the vegan is presented with a beautiful plate of vegan sushi rolls. They take a bite, savoring the delicious flavors, and smile in satisfaction. As they walk out of the restaurant, the vegan can't help but feel a sense of triumph. They had stood up for their beliefs and, in the end, had gotten what they wanted. And as they think back on the snarky waiter, they can't help but chuckle a little bit. After all, in a world where it can be so hard to be vegan, a little bit of humor and irony can go a long way. As the scene draws to a close, the vegan is left with a look of confusion and disbelief on their face. They're torn between their principles as a vegan and their hunger pangs. The waiter stands there, smirking with a sense of self-satisfaction at having thoroughly enjoyed the exchange. But before we go, let's take a moment to reflect on the sheer absurdity of the situation. The poor vegan walked into a restaurant, hoping to find a delicious, meat-free meal to satisfy their appetite. But instead, they're met with a smug waiter and a salad filled with sneaky bacon bits. The irony of it all is enough to make anyone's head spin. After all, who would have thought that a simple request for a vegan option could lead to such a hilarious and frustrating situation? But that's the beauty of life, isn't it? The unexpected twists and turns that keep us on our toes. So let's raise a glass, or a carrot stick, to the vegan and their dilemma, and to the waiter and their sarcastic wit. It may not have been the vegan meal they were hoping for, but it certainly provided us all with a good laugh. And with that, we'll leave you with a wink and a nod, knowing that the absurdity of life will always keep us entertained. Well, looks like we've come to the end of another riveting episode of Empressions. Did you enjoy it? Of course you did, we're hilarious. Join us next time for even more sarcastic and witty observations that will leave you rolling on the floor. Don't forget to leave your comments down below, because we absolutely need to hear your thoughts on our completely original and not at all cliché content. And hey, if you feel like giving us a shout out on social media, go ahead and tag us at #ImpressionsFTW. Oh, and before we go, we have a special announcement. Our blog, empressblessed.com, is now officially up and running, because apparently, we have even more to say than what we can fit into an episode. And stay tuned for our podcast, coming soon to a podcast app near you, because who doesn't love more of our voices in their ears? Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep living your best life with your own impressions. Because let's face it, life is just one big ironic joke anyway. Thanks for watching.